We'll be on Bug Watch. But everyone, welcome on in to today's first game of King of the Castle, maybe first and only game. Allow me to introduce you all to King Vladim. King Vladim, as you can see, is, well, he's brutal and earnest. We're initially going to go for a military victory, and because our second archetype is farming, if we pass the military check, we'll be invading Ashmead, everyone. Fantastic. Second game of the Dynasty. We're going to beat up Ashmead forever. Vladim, as a brutal king, is always going to kill or imprison someone if given the option. And as a earnest king, is never going to try and take the easy way out, is never going to try and pay to avoid things, always going to march through and do the difficult work. Let's begin, everyone. Welcome on in. Oh, let's put the sign down. Fantastic. The Demon's Wake. Ah, yes. Demons and bug sighted. Hold on. We got it. Alright, everybody. Salutes in chat. Wait. Oh, no. Can't I press? There we go. Got it. No bug. The bug is gone. Vanquished. Salutes to the fallen bug. I love killing bugs. Alrighty, everyone. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a breakdown. Who is here? We have, in the counts, we have Countess Morgrim, Count Nilawa, and Count Captain Chaz II. Welcome on in to the counts. We have our Grandees, Grandee Whopper, Grandee Bonkle, Grandee Advisor, Grandee Swazi, Grandee Mass Connect, and Grandee Deku Might. Welcome on in, all our Grandees. And finally, last but not least, we have Lord Patrician Ephra, Lady Patrician Sleek Avian, and Lord Patrician Horizon. Welcome on into our Patricians. Look at our beautiful map, how even everything is. And take a look now at the state of the realm. Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Dracula. Yeah, we came from the east. Vladim was the east claimant, and the counts won last week. Shadow Moon, welcome on in. Where are you? There you are. Conte Shadow Moon. You have made it just in time for the start. Now, we'll be going for a military victory, which seems like it should be a bit of a walk. If I can just stop you all launching a civil war and knocking lumps out of each other, we should be okay. Vladim, well, look, that's going to be our future real estate right here, the Ashmedian Empire. We'll take that. Valamir, yeah. Alright. So, we're going to start the game as always. Future real estate, sure, my liege. Yeah, of course. You saying I can't conquer the entirety of Ashmead? We're going to go on the path to victory, as always, for the start. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I shall be a conqueror. For too long has Ashmead existed out of our domain. We must bring it into the fold and expand southward, ever onward. I shall be known as the conqueror of the Ashmedian generals. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly. If he wins more battles than he loses. I suggest over the next few years he focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. If you plan on impaling your enemies, sire, could I recommend some of my premium deluxe high quality pointy sticks? Sure, I think I can afford a few. Nobody expects a Ninth Inquisition, but yeah, well, Holy War, I guess. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alright, Vladim. Let's meet the nobles with the Demon's Wake. Outside your window, the sky is dark with flies. Your Highness, the Demon Balafamina has done an excellent job laying waste to the kingdom and paving your way to the throne. But it has outlived its usefulness. It's time to banish it back to the Seven Hells before you no longer have a kingdom to rule. Expect no help from the church, blasphemer. I'll have you brought a demon down upon our heads. We will fight your tyrannical rule to our last breath. Oh, careful. You know what? We started this. We're going to finish this. Let's go. Hi, Archie. Yeah. Can I behead Archie? Mutated zombie, welcome on in. Welcome back to the Patricians. I want to be a military mastermind, so I will defend the realm. Let us summon the troops. Raise the levies. And we will send wave upon wave of our finest peasant. Serf. Let's go. Vote for D. We can do this. Summon the knightly orders. Hey Alex. Welcome on in. There you go. First vote of the game. Been placed in the counts. Welcome. Give the demons a bit of surf and turf. Yes, send in the serfs. Wave upon wave of unwashed peasants. Ah. Bretonia. To battle. There we go. 8 votes. That's a winner. Chicken dinner. 9 votes. Fantastic. Right, 90%. What can go wrong? I'm dead cert. This is fine. Fantastic. An excellent idea, Your Highness. There's a stone circle in the east built for trapping demons and returning them to the Seven Hells. If we can drive Balafamina into it. A squadron of eastern soldiers are mustered and sent into battle against the walking hive, Balafamina. There are hundreds of casualties. Soldiers filled with flies until they burst, but in the end, Balafamina is driven into the stone circle. This is fine. What do you call a horde of unwashed peasants? A Comic-Con? They lay down their lives, but victory has been bought. It vanishes in a puff of brimstone, and the realm is safe once more, but the kingdom is left devastated in its wake. Oh. Oh, okay, it's just a stability drop. That's fine. Rip military. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 2 military. We can handle that. We can bounce back. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Throfty, but you must still answer to the council. Must I? I'm a demon slayer. Demon summoner on the weekdays, demon slayer on the weekends. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Okay. Well, let's get it over with then. Shall we call the nobles in? well, we're going to have something. I quite like the idea of a religious ceremony that honours the ninth god. I think that would be very tasty. Long puddle? Yeah, there is a long puddle available. Demon Slayer. Do you have a hard-headed and mute sister? No, I've just killed the walking beehive. Let's go. All of these are pretty good. I mean, the bee is the meme. Archie, we're gonna force you. We're gonna bring you into the fold. You're gonna anoint me king, whether you like it or not. Tell me you'll resist my rule to your dying breath. We're gonna honor the ninth god. Alright, I think that's most of you. How many vote? 11 votes? Yeah, that seems like a majority. There we go. In the hallowed halls of St. Bertrand's Cathedral, the Archbishop places the crown upon your head before launching into a sermon. And that is why Vladim is the king, ordained by divine right, chosen by the ninth god and elevated above all. I've just got the image of a bunch of Eastern knights, like, flanking the Archbishop. Blink 3 times, Archie, if you're under duress. The assembled nobles were plotting against you. Perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them second thought? Probably not. Alrighty. Time to pick our schemes. Scheming and scheming. And this is where the counts say they're going to be loyal to me, right? Kaliman of the Alex, the kind of just dynasty, powerful eastern prodigy, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. Kaliman, yeah. I mean, they look alright. They got a hat, nice hat. Most excellent. Vladim now sits on the throne, and the counts are in charge, as they should be. But the other regions are already scheming to depose him. Should we stay loyal to the new king, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Funny thing is that if you ask the church to help with the demon, it's the High Inquisitor that leads the army and does a marvellous job. Oh, really? The new High Inquisitor, because I think the old one died, right? Yeah, it counts. Vote A for loyalist, B to make me into a vampire, or C to summon a demon, only this time inside my head. And while you're doing that, my washing machine is done, so I'll just go empty that. Give me a moment. Sorry about the delay there. Oh my god. Okay, who hasn't voted? Is it Captain Chaz? It is. Chaz, if you're about, you can break the tie and decide what the counts are going to be doing. Bigger, welcome on in. Welcome back to the Patricians. Captain Chaz, yeah, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. No, loyalty is very funny. Very, very ha-ha. This is the meme move, right? Ha-ha. You typed on the right. Ah, it's alright. Speaking of laundry, I did mine earlier and forgot to take out a notepad. Oh no! That's rough. BLO, where are you? BLO, welcome on in. Welcome to our regular roleplay Dynasty. We do it every Sunday. And Gmail, welcome on in as well. Hope you're all doing good. We like to do a bit of roleplay here, so please don't sweat it if you see people voting against their schemes, but we're very early in the game. We're just picking our schemes now. We can always change our minds. If Vladim ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of him the old-fashioned way, even if it's not our usual fare. The Count's goal is to aid the King by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the King produces an heir and completes his ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. You can't rebel yet. You can always rebel in spirit. Now, Ernesto here. Look at that facial scarring duelist. Ernesto of the Decumite lineage. Infamous southern mischief maker stands bathed in sunshine, droning on as if in a daze. Earth foes pretend to occupy the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain upon our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. My son, Ernesto, absolutely has some main character energy here. Will you go for A, sorcery, make a deal with a wizard, B, subterfuge, try and place yourselves on my council, or C, excommunication, try and get me locked out of the church? Is this going to be it? Are we going to have like a schism? Listen, Archie crowned me. It's got to be okay. No, you cannot excommunicate me. I am a perfectly good, devout member of the Ninth Church. I killed a demon. I did it. There we go. It was my first act. Alright. 3-1. I think that's pretty safe. Excommunicate. The details, Deku. That's just a minor detail. The Grandees plan to persuade the Archbishop to excommunicate the King. First, they must lower royal credibility. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. It's already at 4, so you just got to keep stability from going up too much. Alex, of the mutated zombie bush family, well-known coastal tycoon, scribbles another scarred face. Scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Vladim. Something must be done. I like this guy. Yet another Alex, yeah. Do we want Alex on the throne? Okay, uprising, relying on the peasants. I see we don't have a one Alex rule. No. And then there's conspiracy and corruption, both of which are something something money, something something get the throne. Corruption is all about starting a scandal where you're going to accuse me of corruption. Conspiracy, you're going to buy up everyone's debts and try and rug pull out everyone. It looks like Uprising's got it though. You're gonna do it? You're gonna get all the peasants very angry at me? That's not very good. The Patricians plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the king before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the Patricians must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. That's not very cash money. Look. Man, I've got to spend like 2.5 grand. I don't wanna. I like having a big treasury. Alright, the Kiliman, the bastard offshoot. In the east, the counts have elected to stay loyal to me. And so, yes, my counts, please keep stability up and help me keep the military in order. Ernesto, long-lost nephew. In the south, the Grandees are trying to excommunicate me from the church. For the first stage of their scheme, they are going to need to keep stability at 4 or less in 2 seasons' time. It's currently at 4. And finally, Alex, our treacherous half-sibling. In the coast, they and the Patricians are looking to incite a peasant uprising. And to do that, they are going to raise the kingdom's treasury to at least 2,000 gold in 2 seasons. It's currently at 4,000 and some change. Pretty good. No, Dean. Listen, Dean. The Archbishop crowned me himself. I've been chosen by the 9th, don't you know? But where are you? There's Dean. Did anyone else join? No, I think I've seen everyone. But welcome on in. 10 faith on the east. Yeah, look, we're righteous and holy. Oh, now. Yes. I'm gonna pay you all. Welcome on in. Money? Yes, money. Didn't pick stop the count. Stop that count. I smelled treachery when you had Archie crown you. Listen, I banished a demon and then Archie crowned me. It's so good. He forgave me, right? Said he was going to resist my reign till his last breath and then... Oh, you want a religious ceremony? Oh, yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Let's start with an untimely death. We made Archie an offer he can't refuse. Oh, what? Bigger JD. It's already? First thing. Okay. Right, kill count salutes in chat for Bigger JD. Murder. My parent, noble patrician Bigger JD, has been murdered, and I know who did it. Bigger JD, the first, has left. Smaller JD, or Bigger JD, the second, has joined the council. It was Grandee advisor by the 9th. Don't let him deny it. I won't deny that I killed the venerable noble patrician Bigger JD. But it was no murder. Bigger JD agreed to an honourable duel, which I won. That's below. It was no duel, it was a cold-blooded killing. What reason would my parent possibly have to duel you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee. A private matter not fit for this council. Hattori, welcome on in. Where are you? There you are, you're in the counts. Debts must be paid in silver or steel. Now, we're not doing a duel is a duel. I would quite like to just straight up imprison the Grandee. But any of this that could hopefully lead to killing someone, it's all good to me. Okay. Are we looking good? I think we're looking good. We're sending in the Spy Master. Advisor, you killed my parent and admitted it right in this council chamber. What more do you need? I will make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better. There we go. Alright, fantastic. There we go. Let me adjust some of my sound here. Alright, is that... There we go. That should be a little more clear. Fantastic. Alright, let's go to a proposition. Oh! Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. Sounds churlish. Don't be so quick to judge, I implore you. The great and unexplored and untamed wilderness far across the eastern sea awaits us. You have lots of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Surely you aren't serious. Yeah, we're gonna go to Chur, don't worry. Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease? She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Sounds like a fine idea. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Wonderful news! I shall make the preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. Right, honor guard. One evening you're sitting up in bed reading some... Oh no. Reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber bold as brass. Hello, Your Madge. Glad I finally found you. This place is a bloody maze, it is. Mind if I take a seat? Guards, guards! But your palace watch are nowhere to be seen despite you yelling yourself hoarse. Pinky, welcome on in. Where are you? Where have you been put? There you are. Welcome to the Patricians. Looking very dapper. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. What if we chop the legs off horses and replace them with wheels? Boom! Faster transport. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty! I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? We've got to tap the sign redeem. Alex. We are brutal and we are earnest. And as we are brutal, I feel bad for Horsewheels Charlie here. Kill him, he's speaking nonsense. Salutes from my favourite duvet. The martial sword flashes, parting the peasant's head from his shoulders. Blood spurts across your favourite duvet. He's the founder of Ferrari. Oh dear. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honour guard who can actually keep you safe. Not like the pathetic watch. That's not a noble kill. It's for whenever a noble leaves the council to kill count. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be Lord of Coin above all. The king knows better than anyone that our knights will keep him safe from danger and from improper grammar. Katori sliding out my wardrobe. Yes, we're going to take the knights, obviously. I await your verdict with bated breath, your majesty. We're going to take the Eastern Knights. Well, no, a bigger JD has died. This is only for nobles. If you guys want to keep an unofficial kill count of people that died. Yeah, that's one death. One noble death we've had. I will make the arrangements at once. We're taking the Eastern Knights. Yeah, Katori slid out of my closet to tell me to take the Eastern Knights and then slid back in. Why else would he be in my bedroom after I've beheaded a peasant? The knights arrive a few weeks later. They're all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Fantastic. Alright, look at that. Now, here we go. First auction of the game, everyone. What are we thinking? Well, treasury doesn't get impacted. Stability could, though. So if you want to help the Grandees scheme, D, the prison, is your ticket. But if you want to hurt the Grandees scheme, you may want B, the library. Otherwise, other stuff, I mean, counts may want to get 10 farming for whatever reason. Yeah, everything else hurts stats. So I think it's probably going to be B and D. Here's the nobles list so you can see everyone and all their money here. And we're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect at the end of the auction. Everything else will be refunded back to you. You have about 40 seconds to get all your funding in. Try not to miss out. There is, however, a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. If you're waiting to snipe, well, try and get it done. What do we got here? D and A at the minute? Prison and aqueduct. Okay. Ten seconds, everyone. Get in, get in. Right, what did we end up with? Wait, what? What? Huh? B and F? How did that happen? Who did all that? Oh, thank you, Alex, for funding. And Ephra, why? Ephra, why have you got a Thieves Guild in your back garden? What are you doing? Why? Sniping? Yeah, snipe emotes. Well, I think you're the only one here that can use it, Alex. The bit emote. There we go. Why our trade down? Ephra really wanted a Thieves Guild. I'm not sure. Probably a roleplay thing. Bandits are going to show up soon? Maybe. I need the receipts. I love chaos. Okay. Alright, Spymaster, what have we got? Your Majesty, I've returned from my investigation of noble patrician Bigger JD's death in the coast. And what did you find? 65%. Not a lot, I'm afraid. Bigger JD's servants were too afraid to testify, and there's no physical evidence of any wrongdoing. It's clear that a duel did take place, and the victim died by a rapier cut from Grandee advisor, but I can't prove anything beyond that. So you confirmed what I've said since the beginning? Perhaps now we can move past this issue and on to more important things? Everyone's upset. I don't think I have. You like A? I mean, a bit. It's not really... I demand justice. I can't really... I mean, I would like to kill Advisor just for the sake of killing somebody. But I don't know if I like it that much. I'll lean on A, but I'll leave it up to you all to decide. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's more or less the same thing. Look at the Grandee block. Oh! A duel's a duel! Say the Grandees. Okay, well, it looks like, yeah. We're just going to say that you murdered them, Advisor. The Council can't be serious. What kind of precedent does this set? What kind of kingdom are we running here? Your Majesty, what punishment befits this crime? Execution. What? Now this is murder. The king has spoken. A life for a life. The sentence is swift and merciless. Grandee Advisor hangs and the case is closed. Salutes in chat. We have another noble death. The kill count climbs even higher. Cannot be having unlicensed dueling. The expedition to Chur. Your Majesty, I have those plans we discussed for the expedition to Chur. Are we almost ready to leave? Not quite, Your Highness. There are still important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we need to decide who has the honour of building your ship. Well, it's going to be the Patricians, because they make the best ships. The Patricians offer to construct a mighty galleon in your name. It will be pricey, but unmatched in quality. But what would the Grandees do? The Grandees are hoping to make a small but swift vessel known as a Now to carry your equipment expedition across the Eastern Sea. Okay, I've heard enough. Well, Your Highness, which do you wish to choose? I will buy a galleon from the Patricians. The time is now. Grandees, if I buy your ship, will you hold off on rebellion? Will you like me if I give you 1,000 gold for a ship? Actually, yes. No, no, yes. Wait, some of the people cannot promise here? Okay. Mixed bag. But I know, Dean, you're an actual Grandee and you said yes. So, for you, Dean, I will buy a ship. Very good, Your Majesty. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Let's see, who have we got? Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Experienced trade ship captains and their crews would be ideal, but would be free. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. You could also levy amateur peasant crews, or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get where they need to go. We'll hire the best. I will make the arrangements. There is one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. She hands you a list. I am tempted. I don't know. I could go either priests of the ninth god or soldiers, I think. I'm ready to make my choice. Very good. What shall we take? Send soldiers from the south specifically? Grandees, would you like to send soldiers or shall we send priests? What is the mood in the room? Priests, okay. Certainly, a wise choice. Fantastic, I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Majesty. Holy now. Travelling eastward. Fantastic. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room, her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the Grandees are eager to impress. You see it off from the harbour by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth the investment or come back at all. A now is a Portuguese word for a 3 or 4 mast ocean-going ship that was developed in the 14th to 15th centuries in Europe, most notably in Portugal and Spain. Oh, okay, yeah, Portuguese and Spain. The Iberian Peninsula down here. Oh, and we got to find a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates for you. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Our preference is apparently women. There we go. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You're marrying into the counts as we agreed before you took the throne. Right? Okay, Alex. Maybe. Right? Oh no, it's like the Pats are gonna pass their thing. Far to the south, a pair of Grandees are conversing on the balcony of a hillside villa. One of them paces up and down, clearly agitated. Has the Archbishop agreed to meet with us yet? I sent him 4 letters last week. No luck so far. Floppy Hat Club here. Gotta love respect to the floppy hat. hardly surprising. The old coot won't move against the king unless he knows he's on the winning side. The Grandees' aim is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. Floppy Hat Club it is. The best club. Across the kingdom, discontent with the king is rising. Everyone knew he was better off, but until now, it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their so-called benevolent overlord. And everyone knows once a question has been asked, it cannot be unasked. Hidden deep in a spider's web of alleys crisscrossing Phalassus is an old tavern. Somewhere in its hazy backrooms, a number of patricians have met to celebrate their recent success. The citizens are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the king's hiding, they're itching to get rid of him. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Indeed, now's the time to incite some real chaos. Show them that King Vladim is not only greedy, he's utterly incompetent too. The next stage of their scheme, the Patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Well, we see how it is. I think, yeah, that'll be fine. This will keep us on the straight and narrow. Who ordered the mashed potato and sausage? You did? Okay, what? Here we go. Grandees, you get a bribe. You're on the verge of rebellion, but it's halted. Oh no. A whole new book? Uh-oh. The bangers and mash, yeah. Your Majesty, I approach you with a delicate matter. Oh, great. For many years, a monk in the south by the name of Gildefrith has been writing a history of the kingdom, but I regret to say that his assessment of your predecessor is nauseating in its obsequiousness. I'm not really getting how this works. Oh, okay, yeah, we can have a little breakdown. Gmail. So, all of you in the chat that have joined the game, you're members of the Noble Council, which gets to vote on deciding matters of state. I am the ruler, the king, and each of your factions have their own little scheme going on where they're going to try and supplant me and put their own claimant on the throne. Now, in order to successfully do it, they need to go through 3 stages of a scheme, and that involves altering the various metrics of the kingdom. So you can see here, both the Patricians and the Grandees at the minute are scheming to lower stability. So they want stability at 4 or less. Meanwhile, the counts have elected to be loyal to the king. Yeah, most people are role-playing. Yeah, we do a lot of role-play here. So I've got my own role-play for Vladim, who's brutal and earnest. So we murder people as often as we can. But yeah, if you have a look, there's... Thank you, Shadow Moon, has called up the commands. I'll just pin it until the end of stream. So you can see it pinned at the top of chat there. But mostly it's !join, which you've already done to join the council. And then whenever there's a vote, it's !vote, A, B, C, D, whatever. And then there's funding when we have an auction. And how do I get money? In tax season. So you just got some extra money. Where are you? There you are. So I just bribed the Grandees in tax season. And yeah, you got a bit of extra cash. Some events give extra cash to people. And I do have, although I haven't used it yet, Golden Choice. Maybe I'll use it on this. And then if you vote with Golden Choice, you get money. Yeah. And as Whopper is saying, a lot of the regulars do their own little mild roleplay stuff. So they're all just doing whatever. For some reason, Ephra built a Thieves Guild in his own backyard, for example. Haha. How so, Archbishop? It's flattering to the point of absurdity, Your Majesty. He describes the previous monarch as having the wisdom of 60 sages and the cheekbones of a young god, while Frothy was a good lad. Since your family usurped the previous monarch, this makes you look very bad by comparison. We must assemble the council. Oh. D, yeah. Arrest Gildefrith and burn all the copies of his manuscript. Golden choice is on D, so give me the golden D and you will get 500 gold back in bribe money. Teeny Bert, welcome on in. But yeah, Gmail, yeah, there you go. So you vote and then you can see more or less what's going to happen depending on which option we take. So this is going to lower faith, raise authority, and raise defiance. So you're all going to get grumpy. I think this will allow the Grandees to revolt. We burning, we burning. Burning the books. You had me at money. Well, there we go. Money's here. Gildefrith is flung into your dungeon to contemplate his choice of words. His manuscript, many years in the making, is reduced to ash in seconds. Oh, faith only went down in the south? Oh, look at... Grandees not so faithful anymore. Surely the Grandees mutter that you're a tyrant, but I wouldn't dare put that down in ink. Yeah, see, you wouldn't take action against me. Grandee Gmail rushes into the council chamber, breathless and disarray. By sea and storm, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. By the ninth god, get away from me. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Okay, so... I think we can have the witch tested or have Gmail sent to the coast to relax. May we burn her? Maybe, maybe. Let's have her tested. Go A and maybe she is a witch and we can kill her off. Bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Joins the expedition to Chur. Yeah, off they go. So, if she weighs more than a duck, she's a witch? Yes. Fair cop, Gov. Oh wait, that wasn't a tap the sign, that was a lurk. Alex, thank you for the lurk. Well, no, because... witches were historically hanged and not burned. Heretics were burned. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Hang, you arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing a noble for no good reason. After several days of questioning and burning incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and Gmail eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for her hair troubles. Right, you gotta stop using that stuff. Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, innocent? Yeah. Turned you into a newt? Alright. Let's see the eligible options, shall we? I think what I need, let's see. As a brutal person, someone with military experience or a dark side, maybe. And for Ernest, somebody that's got some project or is highly driven. We don't want anyone lazy or terrible. I've found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, show me the ladies. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Avina, eldest daughter of the Eastern Teeny-Bert Dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. Spends most of her time indoors, poring over musty tombs. The other counts think she's mad because she treats the peasants far too kindly. Intriguing. Teeny-Bert, you know, we got someone that studies. I think this is like a mild positive candidate. If the other 2 candidates completely crap the bed, then she might be the one. From the coast we have Eulalia, wealthy heiress to Lady Patrician Nakun Pinky's estate, and I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous, and apparently she's got a silver tongue too. She recently gave away half her fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise. The common folk hate her for some reason, but who cares what they think? So God Botherer with a silver tongue. Is my girl? Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not in it, I don't think. Giving money to the church? Finally, from the south we have Zakintha? Zasimfa? How do I say that name? Zasimfa? Eldest daughter of the Dean lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Zasimfa. Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the ninth god above all worldly concerns. She's tried her hand at a number of ventures, though they all seem to end in disaster. Zasimfa. Well, Zasimfa seems to be a bit of a screw-up, so no. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I've made my decision. Well, which of them do you wish to marry? It's going to be Avina of the East. Excellent, I shall make the arrangements. She does try. Yeah, I'm the Queen Mum. Yeah. You'll be my in-law. Deep in the back rooms of the Royal Palace, the Eastern Counts are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. The king has finally found a match, even if it isn't who we had hoped. Now we just need to get on with the wedding. You didn't hope for your own potential match? Indeed. And then get on with producing an heir. The peasants have been more and more agitated than usual recently. Someone's been filling their heads with fanciful tales about the king's massive treasury. I bet my money on it being the Patricians doing. It's on the list, yeah. No worries. And we've got to keep up our efforts. King Vladim isn't going anywhere on our watch, yeah. No rush, Morgrim. Counts must continue to aid the king by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the king produces an heir and completes his ambition. Ooh. Iron choice I like. Okay. Alright, the royal wedding is there. The deceased and a mysterious ship. Nilawa, hello. Your Grace, a shipwreck has appeared on the edge of my estate. And not even from the east. His name is a Petronella, and it bears a coastal flag. That vessel went missing a few months back. We feared she was lost at sea. Well, she's been found on land, right on top of my favourite picnic spot. My lowborn discovered only one survivor on board, a coastal sailor. He claims to remember nothing of what happened. Oh, me head's killing me. Has been ever since I woke up. So what happened to you? I swear I didn't do anything. Last I remember we were sailing along coastal waters and then boom, nothing. This poor soul needs looking after. We must care for him in one of our monasteries. No, we must interrogate him further. I must know why the ship is on my land. I'm going to do golden choice on B. We're going to pay a scholar to help him recover his memory. And while you're voting for that, vote B for golden choice, everyone. Get some cash back. I'm going to go to the bathroom right quick, and then we'll move on. Alrighty, I have returned, and you have voted overwhelmingly in favour of money. Nice to see. Would very much like to invest. It may have magic in it that allows faster transport. Yeah, it could do. A scholar from Quail University quickly arrives. She checks the sailor's throat, pokes and prods at his head with pliers and makes him inhale foul-smelling vapour. This is the most serious case of memory loss I've ever seen. Technically, this man should be a gibbering mess on the floor. Hey, I'm right here. Your Majesty, I need more time to handle this. The elderly Countess Iolanda, a cousin many times removed from Count Katori Blueberry, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? A better end than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed at home in the east most of the time, enjoying herself. but she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Countess Islander was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By blood of the dead, that's a pitiful claim. I mean... I think giving it to Bonkle is probably the best move here. Giving it to peasants. But yeah, vote A for it to go to Count KotC, B to go to Grandee Bonkle, C to give it a mount to the peasants, or D to put it in my treasury. Oh no, you're going to piss everyone off just so I can have a fatter wallet? God damn. We're noble because we say so. The peasants get nothing. Very good. Alright, well... Will the Grandees be mad enough to rebel soon? Probably. The treasurer is delighted, the nobles far less so. Wagons roll in from Countess Islander's estate laden with expensive fur coats, old chalices and antique ceramics. All these new riches crowd the treasury but give it a charming atmosphere. Hey, royal wedding, here we go. Your wedding to Avina, we are both very unimpressed. Vladim and Avina, never a smile between them. Your wedding to Avina is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Avina at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do, Archbishop. Then I'll pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Avina, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Avina, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen. Perhaps you're right. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. There, we're in this together, darling. As you comfort Avina long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. Well, look at that. We are good, actually. Yeah, both the Pats and the Grandees want a lower stability. Easing the tension, shut up. Okay. Red hot chilies. Let's start the shark attack, then the chilies. Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't close my beach. Oh, it's Ephra. Excuse me? That beach is vital for coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. Well, now I want to close it. You can't. I'll take this all the way to the council. Here's the deal. I'm going to pay you to shut down the beach. C, shut down that beach. Don't you dare tell me what I can't do. 500 gold if you vote C. It's just a short lady wearing a shark hoodie and saying, ah. I don't know. Gua gua. Ah. Yeah, everyone likes money. You keep on coming back. Good old golden choice. Only ever fails when I need it. You know, Gura Gura? I mean, I can't say I've watched a lot. But I know of her. She's a meme, right? Like, she's out there. I don't know, is she still active? Because I know it was, what was it? There was 5 of them, right, at the start? For... oh god, what were they called? What was the group called? Yes, still active? Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad. HoloLive, there we go. Yeah, and I think they've had like a bunch of different generations go. I don't know how many of them are still the originals. But I see stuff up through the feed on various social media every now and again. Little clips. For the ninth sake, are we really shutting down my most profitable beach over a rowdy tuna? Yeah. The only sensible option. The beach is closed until further notice, and tourism revenue takes a nosedive, but no more people die. Here we go. We're about to witness the Patrician death spiral. I give up at this point? Give up about what? Oh, with the scheme? I mean, not everyone's going for the scheme. And that's fine. There'll always be next time. 3, 2, 1, fight! Two nobles dangling bright red chili peppers over their tongues chew ferociously at their respective vegetables. Yeah. Go. I can't take it anymore. Ugh. As Count Captain Chaz II spits out his chili, the council hall erupts into cheers. This is daylight robbery. The rich get richer, look. As Count Captain Chaz II spits out his chili... oh, erupt into cheers, yeah. Can someone please explain what's going on? Their Grandee Advisor II's famous red-hot Hazanian chilies. Where have you been all year, Your Serene Highness? The chili craze is spreading all across the kingdom, Your Majesty. Nobles and commoners are competing to create the hottest chili on Celestaff. So far, Grandee Advisor II holds the crown. Very well, carry on. Actually, no, hold on. Would I do it? Would I? I think so. He dethroned you? Yeah, I mean, every few years a new chili craze. Let me try. Of course, Your Serene Highness. We compete in growing, but also eating the peppers. As winner of the last round, I would be honoured to face you. The Chancellor hands each of you a shriveled red thing that vaguely resembles a pepper, wishing you good luck. 50-50, let's go. You bite hard into the pepper, but the spice is immediately overwhelming. You choke and spit it out. The other nobles cheer. Death's below. I beat the king. I'm the greatest chili eater in the kingdom. Your Majesty, perhaps you'd like to sponsor my growing contest? I'm looking for the hottest chili in the land. The winner will receive a hefty cash prize. Or you could sponsor us. Counts, with the Treasury's support, we'd be sure to win. No, the king should sponsor us. We have a better chance and everyone knows it. I would like to double the prize money. Sounds good, right? Vote A, please. Let's sponsor some chilies. Hot, 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 hot. Some like it hot, they sure do. Well, there we go. Fantastic. Simply sublime. With your backing, the competition is sure to be a success. And indeed it is. In the end, mutated zombie bush of the Patricians comes out on top, producing a sickly looking pepper that makes even Grandee advise at a second gasp for water. Bravo! What a diabolical spice. Truly malicious. Mutated zombies so frickin' rich. Trade is up in the coast. With your added incentive, new life is injected into ailing farms throughout the kingdom. Look at this. We are big. Peppers are the future of Haute cuisine. Eastern counts start adding chili to their lamb's blood wine, while the Patricians' new crab and chili omelette takes the coast by storm. My liege, here is a flower from one of my farms, so thank you. Farms are big too? Yeah, everything's big. Your Majesty, the Council of Nobles. Tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition. A fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on team-building exercises to help you and the council trust each other again? Oh no, we want to do something. We can have a gift exchange or a friendly fashion competition. A little broke at the minute, a little financially embarrassed. Wonderful. I'll go make the arrangements at once. A cash prize shall go to the winning noble, I think. The nobles of the council begin murmuring. A fashion show? They'd better buy some new jewellery and dig out their finest outfits. Catwalk show, here we go. Gonna cosplay a boat? Okay. Oh dear. Right. Second auction of the game. Right, if you're a scheming noble, you may want D, the prison, to lower stability. But if you're loyal to me, you will probably want F, the fortress, to boost my military, E, the aqueduct, to boost farming. That's it, yeah, that's it. Here is everyone and their money. We're going to start the auction Now, type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, so try not to miss out. Oh boy. There we go. There is a slight delay on stream, however, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. What are we looking at? E and F? Well, that's sudden. Boom! 10 seconds. What have we got? So we got the prison, lowering stability a notch. And we got the aqueduct, so we boosted farming. That's fantastic. Look at that. Farming is nearly perfect. No peasant should ever go hungry. Oh. Experimental research. What is this? Ah, it's this one. Your Majesty, I'm pleased to say that my research on that amnesiac sailor has borne fruit. The fellow that turned up on the eastern estate? He's remembered his adventure. It only took a bit of lead tincture, some fasting and a little bloodletting to clear his head. The Petronella came in contact with a wizard. No wonder the sailor didn't remember anything. He was addled by the wizard's powers. The ship will have magical residue clinging to it. A most exciting phenomenon. Wait. You're saying this wreck is dangerous? Oh, immensely. Then it must be destroyed. No. It's vital that we investigate this phenomenon. We might never see its like again. Yeah, that seems good, yeah. Golden choice, we're going to send scholars to investigate the ship. Vote B for 500 gold. We've got to check it out. Yeah, we've got to do it. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Bum bum ba-da-dum. Okay, we're sending scholars to investigate the ship, aye? As soon as the university hears about this mysterious find, scholars scramble to join Valeria's team. Quell University pays Count Nilawa a stipend for Valeria and her students to stay on his estate while they study. You await the results. At least you get money, yeah. Alright, fashion show, everyone. Nobles attend us. You enter the council hall and find it transformed. The walls are bedecked with mirrors and jewels. The long table has been repurposed as a catwalk. Your Majesty, welcome to the kingdom's very first fashion show. Remember, you'll be voting on which of these nobles is the best dressed. Grandees Swazi dances down the catwalk with a sword in his hand, fencing against an imaginary opponent. Floppy hat. We have a winner, the floppy hat's here. Once he reaches the catwalk's end, he swishes his sword over his shoulder and bows deeply. My cant attire is practical and attractive. Practical floppy hat. Vlad the Mad? No. I like the enthusiasm. Lord Patrician Horizon struts confidently down the catwalk, posing outrageously and blowing you a kiss. Okay, Horizon. Steady on. I am fabulous, am I not? Splendid, stunning. And finally, Countess Teenybert sweeps down the catwalk imperiously, casting an icy glance in your direction. Teeny looking dapper as well. You'll vote for me if you know what's good for you. Bravo! A devastating display. And of course, our last competitor is the king himself. Get up on that stage, your majesty. Okay, we're gonna have a crack at this. We're gonna sashay down the catwalk with as much style as we can muster. 80%. You pout and pose and pirouette like a pro. The nobles applaud you until dust falls from the ceiling. Hooray! Who's gonna win? I think Swazi. Floppy hat. But I'll let you all vote however you like. It isn't golden choice. Yeah, no, it's iron choice. But I reckon Swazi's got it. Oh, damn. Okay, it's a bit divided. How many votes is that total? 16. Okay, there's a few. Alright, I guess I'm going to take it. Yeah, there we go, Nilawa. King Vladim. And the winner is the king. Congratulations, your majesty. Of course, it just means that you get your own prize money back, but it's nice to know nobles think you're as stylish. Or that they're eager to suck up to you. Either one's a win. Your marriage to Avina has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you made some good memories together, but there's no spark. No. Bankruptcy hasn't shown up yet. She cares more about her stupid books than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own should do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. I won't plan to have a child in a loveless marriage. Of course, an entirely sensible option. I'll make the arrangements at once. Oh yeah, it's 1,000. So if the treasury is less than 4 digits, you'll get the bankruptcy event eventually. Back in the coast, Lord Patrician Horizon has met with his co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, and there seems to be little cause for celebration. It's no good. The citizens are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Bah! Lazy good-for-nothings. Can't even get off their backsides for one measly revolt. We'll have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the king time to stabilise. The Patricians' goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. I do like money. So, I'm sorry, even across the board, cruel tax everyone. Just so I've got some cash. He's playing us like a fiddle. It's just bribe money. Say no to bribes. Oh, okay, right, hold on. Let's start with the expedition returns. I want to see what we get from Chur. Your Majesty, the expedition you sent to Chur's finally returned, and they brought a boat full of riches with them. Money. Money? Money? What kind? A crate full of dazzling gold coins is wheeled into the room. Strange emblems from a long-forgotten kingdom are carved onto their faces. Money? More than 20 of these crates, my king. More gold than our treasury has ever seen. Well, what's the catch? No catch, your highness. The priests we sent with the expedition purged the evil spirits haunting the gold. In return, they took only a small tithe. It's party time, everyone. We are fabulously rich. Oh my god! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Party, party, party. We got 15k. If only this had happened last season, I wouldn't have cruel taxed you all. You have the gold crates carted into your vault and throw a great celebration honouring the sailors who brought it to you. Your guests drink from golden chalices and play with ancient coins as if they are copper pennies. Look at that! Look at that! That is fantastic. Let's do the scholars now. Valeria and her band of scholars have returned from the record of Petronella, Your Majesty. I can't make head or tail of their nonsense. Good, good. I love nonsense. There's a labyrinth within the ship. A labyrinth that goes down into the earth or up into the sky. It was very confusing. Some of my researchers were lost, but no matter. We're going back to find the centre. Oh, okay. I don't mind which one we do, really. Oh wait, no, we want to go definitely. So yeah, we can either give them better gear or send guards with them. Boopy, hello, Wolf Warrior. How you doing? Want to do a mock naval battle in the gold pool? Oh my god. Don't. I'm Yakuza like a pirate. I need to sink some more time into that game. Oh. I really shouldn't have drunk so much last night. I am proper gassy. I'm more than a little bit tired. I don't know if you can hear me burping. Pirate Majima, yeah, I've played through like the first 6 or 7 hours on stream maybe. I haven't been back because Monster Hunter Wilds came out. So it's so good right now. All the games are just so good. We're going to send guards in. Alright, 70%. Count Nilawa arranges for a team of heavily armed soldiers to accompany Valeria's investigators on their second attempt. As the scholars and soldiers set off, they're already chatting amicably amongst themselves. Success? Fantastic. Count Nilawa and the other counts tell anyone who will listen that the scholars will return in one piece. The One Piece is real. Hey, One Piece war. Ninth god above, Your Majesty. One of the peasants from my estate discovered something extraordinary. I was lost in the desert herding my sheep, and I ran out of water. Then I swear I heard the voice of the ninth god in my ear. He said, "Drink and be sustained, for you are faithful." Then an oasis bubbled up from the dry sand. Praise the ninth. Even better, the water has healing properties. A single sip fixed my sprained ankle. A true miracle in the south. This is marvellous news indeed. We must allow the kingdom's faithful access to these sacred waters, nay, the whole world. Wait a moment. For free, your holiness? I think the Grandees can heal and irrigate their crops. This would be good, right? Although, reads everyone. What would I want? Please, A? Allow the Grandees. I mean, I guess that could be a political move. Yeah, you know what? Let's try and make peace with the Grandees. They're too close to rebelling. Bribe on A. We wanna simmer tensions. I was trying to, you know, push the floppy hat so we could lose some defiance at the fashion show. That didn't work. Maybe a bribe and the ability to tax pilgrims will cheer them up. This king is sus? How am I sus? I'm the least sus. I am the best king. I just want you all to be happy and not rebelling. That's the important thing. Oh dear. Alright, bada bing, bada boom. Let's move on. As word spreads about the ninth god's blessing, pilgrims eagerly flock to the south for relaxation and healing. But the peasants complain that since the ninth god spoke to a lowly shepherd, the site should be free for all. Some enterprising villagers sneak in at night to bathe in the waters, leaving only muddy footprints in their wake. Well, there we go. There's the holy site in the south. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good as we are. Something found? Uh-oh. A noble kidnapped? Uh-oh. Honourable challenge? Uh-oh. Okay, let's start with something found. Valerian and her scholars have returned from the shipwreck, Your Majesty. What did they find? We unearthed the ship's log. The Petronella came into contact with a wizard living on an iceberg. And by came into contact, I mean crashed into. This wizard was fatally injured in the collision. Perhaps in the attempt to get help, or perhaps in his final act of revenge, he boarded the ship and teleported it all the way to the east. But what about the memory loss? Our wizard friend was a paranoid sort who disliked human contact. He charmed his iceberg to slip out of people's memories, perhaps causing the crash. What an idiot. Truly, wizards, no sense of right or wrong whatsoever. After the wizard died, his spell must have grown out of control. The dead wizard is likely still aboard the ship. We could mount another expedition to retrieve the body. Or better yet, destroy this stupid wreck and give me my land back. I'm sorry, Nilawa. Let's get the wizard back. Right? Golden choice on A. Let's hire adventurers to get the body out. Right, while you vote on that, I'm going to quickly get myself a new coffee. Oh. Alright, I'm back, I'm back. Thank you for waiting, everyone. Did we make a loan? No, we printed money? No. We got an expedition back from Chur that had piles of cash in it. The Adventurers Guild is always hungry for cash. They put together a ragtag band of their best adventurers, headed by a hard-bitten warrior named Chenier. Don't worry, Your Majesty. We'll return with the wizard's body lickety-split. Okay, then. Noble kidnap. This sounds important. Your Serene Highness, the loyal and noble Lady Patrician Sleek Avian has been taken hostage. Bialau, what's happened? Kidnapped? What do you mean? It's some criminal organisation. These horrid miscreants demand gold and safe passage to Ashmead in exchange for Sleek Avian's return. She's in a bird cage? Alright, look. Send in the military, right? Vote B, but kill these frickin'... Send in the Marines? Yeah, the Patricians Marines. Bravo 6 going dark. Let's go. The outlaws put up a hard fight, but the coast forces suffer heavy losses in the assault. But in the end, Sleek Avian is retrieved, safe as could be hoped for. During the raid, coastal fighters recover a hoard of gold and gems, some of which goes to the treasury and some to the Patricians. Look at that. Around 800 cash. Your Highness, this witless mumblecrust has besmirched my honour. She insulted my late mother. She called her a tyrant. Which witless mumblecrust are you talking about? That honourless dog, Sleek Avian. Oh no, Sleek. What are you doing? We just got you back. Sleek has been dubbed in as protagonist this season, it appears. And who was your mother? Grandee Masconnect the Senior. A fine woman, I assure you. She may have crushed a few rebellions in her time, but who hasn't? We just rescued her? Yeah, I know. I would duel her to regain my honour, as any Grandee should, but Patrician Sleek Avian will not accept without your express permission. Now hold on a minute. This is a matter of respect. We can't be duelling in King Vladim's throne room without due process. You're a coward, Sleek Avian, and you may as well admit it now. Well, at least I'm no bloodthirsty brute like yourself. It must run in the family. You may duel. It'll be fun to watch. Masconnect grins wickedly, drawing their sword. Sleek Avian turns her nose up slightly and draws a bejeweled rapier and points it squarely at Masconnect. The duelists circle each other before Grandee Masconnect steps in for the first move. Sleek Avian jumps backwards, batting the sword away. A second strike comes straight after, but this time it's a feint. As Sleek Avian moves to defend, Mass Connect twists and redirects her attack. The sword cuts cleanly through Sleek Avian's clothing, who howls in pain. With that, Grandee Mass Connect steps back and bows deeply. First blood, I win. Bravo, nicely fought. The court returns to its usual business. Mass Connect and their Grandees view your sanction of the duel as respecting their customs and are clearly grateful. Look at that. We're all happy. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Ernesto and Alex are still waiting for stability to drop. Right, let's start with a body on Earth, then the Vanity Project, then your heir. Count Nilawa has his servants bring in a stretcher to the council hall. Chania and her adventurers return from the wreck of the Petronella, your grace. Is this them? They reached the hold of the shipwreck and found this. The other nobles recoil in horror. It's a corpse that almost looks human, encrusted all over with ice crystals embedded into its flesh. Despite the heat of the lamps, the crystals remain solid and glittering. We think this was once a wizard, perhaps the sources of the wreck's teleportation and the associated memory problems. We must handle this carefully, Your Majesty. We don't know what to do with the remains. Can a wizard's body be destroyed at all? This moment, the monarch had already won. It's, you know, some you win some, you lose some. What do we think? Do we want a museum? Do we want to put it out in the ocean? I don't think the funeral pyre... We don't want it to be kept a secret. Definitely. But I'll let you guys vote, because I think it's been a long while since I've seen this event pan out this far. So A, we're going to kick it out to the ocean. B, we're going to try and burn it. Or D, it belongs in a museum. The museum is an old favourite. We usually do that when this event comes up. It looks like the Grandees have chosen fire. Vote D, there you go. Alright, it's very close between the two. We're burning, let's go. Hey, who's that? I'll do a final countdown and then we'll move on. If you've yet to vote, cast your vote to make the decision. You know what? B maybe. You know, I could do B. I think I could. You know what? Let's be real. Yeah, I'll do B. It's interesting. We see it through to the end. I mean, both of these are technically an end. An earnest funeral? Yeah. Let's try. Let's try and burn the body. Dry as the ship is, the wreck makes an excellent pyre. Rumour has it that when the torches are set, a spiralling tornado spreads up into the sky. After the ceremony, bountiful crops twine up from the ground before the spectators' eyes. The area is known thereafter as a place of good fortune. We have a place of good fortune in the east. We have a holy site in the south. And a shark in the coast. That's the tagline for this for today's activities. Chief Architect bustles into your office carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom? I propose we carve your majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. It will take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but it'll ensure you're always remembered. That does sound pleasing. Wait, what? Demo mans? The boat? The boat has been burnt. Yeah, well, I mean, it was a dead boat. It's a wreck. I'm so glad you think so, Your Majesty. It'll be the talk of the kingdom and beyond. You call a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved in your likeness will surely get the people talking, but it'll take time and a lot of gold. That's fine, we've got a lot of gold. And you know what? Yeah, add the Queen Consort and I'm going to pay you money to do it. Me and Avina both going to be on this mountain. Vladim and Avina, yeah. Both looking miserable. Never smiling, always frowning. And it feels good to have this cash. Okay, I think that's it. Many of the counts are delighted about the idea of showing off their Queen Consort this way. Your wife comes to see you straight after the project is announced. The Hill of Misery it shall be called. Yeah, look at her. Bah! This project is doomed to failure. Take heart, Queen Consort. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong. This will be a symbol of a timeless marriage. I never took you for such a romantic, Chief Architect. I merely chip away at the bleak stone to reveal the raw passion within. Planning starts in earnest. A mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for news of the project's completion. But the work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds and a rock slide erases much of the work that has been done. Your Majesty, I have to admit that I may have bitten off more than I could chew. I'm sure it'll work out in the end, right? Yes, of course it will. As the weeks roll past, it becomes clear the Chief Architect's grand ideas will take longer to come to fruition. There we go. Now finally, an heir. By the way, how often does the Chief Architect appear? Not very. Chief Architect has this one event really, and this one event where you build the mountain comes up once per dynasty. He shows up in a few other events if you do alternatives to getting married, like the party route. And some of the endings, usually ones where the palace is falling apart, he's there crying. Okay, your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My cousin, an adopted daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir? What is her name? Vladim II. Wonderful, Your Highness. I'm sure little Vladim II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Way. I think we're good. Okay, so Grandees and Patricians, if you want to lower stability still, you can do so with F, the prison. Counts if you want to keep stability up to keep the game. A, the library. Although I would quite like E, the fortress, for more military. That would be nice. It would replenish the marines we lost in rescuing Sleek Avian. So the Sleek Avian fortress. Right there. Here's everyone's money. And we shall start the auction now. Type exclamation mark. Fund. Followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund. Followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top two items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded back. There is a delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left and do a little countdown. Let's see, what have we got at the minute? E and F, Fortress and Prison, very nice. Boom, go, go, go. Okay, E. Who built that? Who built the D? Ephra, another Thieves Guild? Someone's greedy. Frickin' sniping those Thieves Guilds. Ephra the Thief, Ephra strikes again. Why we need it? We need more thieves, apparently. The fortress is built and the Thieves Guild is here. Ephra is like a master thief, I suppose. Oh god, okay. Your ambition, beached whale, undercutting. Let's do undercutting. I wanted to speak to you today about a delicate matter, Your Most August Majesty. It concerns the perfume trade. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm already very familiar with it. Then you will understand our position. You see, the Grandees have a long history of creating perfumes and scented oils for all sorts of purposes. Why, I purchase some myself fairly often. The Counts are in a similar position to me. In fact, always attending those fancy balls of theirs. Always having to look and smell just perfect. You wouldn't believe how much perfume they get from. Traditionally, we Patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal is reached by both sides. Yet now the Counts buy directly from the Grandees. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Damn right, that's despicable. Indeed? Then you will call the council together and deal with this? Very well then, let's go. My eternal thanks, Your Majesty. Bring the perfume trade under the authority of the king rather than the patricians. I like the sound of that. That's a nice touch to the end of today's reign. Vote C, everyone, for a kickback of 500 gold. Coast needs more trade power to boost our economy and secure more boats. And more powerful boats too. Oh, Hentai Dad, welcome on in. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Welcome back to the Grandees. Alright, thank you very much. I am the Perfume King now. This doesn't help us at all, Your Majesty. You're just cutting us out. I'd rather have the King monitor our trade than have your slimy mitts all over it again. All you ever did was skim off our profits. Why, you ungrateful ragabrash. Oh. You have your honour guard step in before anything gets too rowdy. No patrician bigger JD the second backs down without a fight. The patricians suffer as a result of the council's decision. The Grandees too will have to pay more than if they had been, but you make a good profit. Fantastic. The King of Perfumes. Ragabrash? Yeah, you ragabrash. Your Serene Highness. It's Ephra's estate again, so Ephra had the shark and the whale. A great big whale washed up on the coast right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand. It begged me for an audience with the king. Tell me you didn't grant that request. Apologies, Your Serene Highness. Your worst fears are realised when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble floor. Your Majesty, this whale's name was Tebippi. She was a wise and gentle and a great friend of the Finfolk. We request her return so we can send her soul into the great abyss with honour. Why should I listen to you? Because I am begging. Tebippi deserves a proper burial. Devs below, you can't seriously be considering this, Your August Majesty. The beast is dead. I don't want it, but I think we can let Ephra harvest it. That would be probably best. Joan Cone, welcome. Where are you? There you are. You're in the pats. Welcome aboard. I don't want to lose any boats over this instant. Nah, the boats will be fine. Come on. Tebippi, no! You will pay for this, surface dwellers. The dead whale is fleeced and harvested for a valuable blubber, oils and ambergris. As a result, the coast prospers and Lord Ephra prospers the most of all. However, a spate of bad fortune sees many coastal fishing vessels sunk at sea, their sailors lost forever. One of the few survivors report that they were raided by grudge-bearing Finfolk. Ephra's going to build another thieves guild? Well, I mean, I can't stop him. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. You look like you plan to live up to those words. The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, take command of their armies, and force them to submit. Or if you're looking to unite the nobles rather than smash them, you could declare war on the Ashmead Empire. They'll forget their schemes if you win. Well, we all know where we're going. Everyone join me. We're going on a road trip to Ashmead. Time to conquer Ashmead. My thieves guild will come in handy to loot the Ashmeadians. There we go. Yeah. A wise decision, your majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmeadian ambassador. Greetings, your grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. Negotiating the Empire's surrender, I hope. Ha 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 ha. No. The Ashmeadian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Did you wonder why we never squash you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem that the Empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I am here representing General Fallenkampf, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. I will leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmeadian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. So we have a tyrant who likes to bribe nobles and go into war with the Empire in this era. Yeah, that's it. Vladim, I think, is going to be siring an entire lineage. I think the Vladim line is going to be pretty good. If you beat our oldest enemy, that would shut up the nobles for good. But winning won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. You know what? We are fantastically wealthy. Thank you everyone for being here today. To make up for the triple cruel tax I did last year, have a triple bribe today. There we go. There we go. Everyone's defiance goes down. And you'll get a pile of cash. Fossil on Earth, sigils and stone. Okay. Golden Vladim. Vladim the inexplicably wealthy. I was a little skeptical about letting the Guild of Thieves set up a shop in my lands, and it turns out doing so has led to a sharp decline in unauthorized burglaries. We've granted them planning permission for a new wing where they can train new recruits. Though there is a small problem. Your Thieves Guild's doing great work there, Ephra. While digging more foundations, builders found in the rock, from the size of things, the beasts they came from must be larger than the Thieves' Guild itself. Like a giant, spooky, scary skeleton. They lower their voice. The builders are saying it might be a flying reptile. No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. I think we can excavate the bones, but I'm not too set on it. A flying reptile, yeah. Nothing special. I can make a flying reptile by putting it in a cannon. Please do not the dragon. What? Well, apparently we're excavating it. Builders dig the bones up from the rock. Soon huge bones are revealed. But despite the rise in tourism, some southern locals are superstitious, treating the bones with fear. Some refuse to approach the building at all. Do not the dragon. Well, I mean, the dragon's here. Hello, Joan Cone. Your Serene Highness. Lamentably, there have been some strange things happening at the newly built aqueduct. I'd rather keep it on the quiet for now. The other nobles can be so judgmental. I don't want people to think I don't have a grip on my own aqueduct. Tell me more. Odd symbols are being painted on the bricks of the aqueduct. No one knows where they're coming from, but those who look at them grow restless and feverish and must flee. Right, let's keep it quiet for now. My humblest thanks, Your August Majesty. What should we do, Your Esteemed Highness? It's horrible for visitors. Set troops to guard the area. Joan Curtin hires a selection of mercenaries to guard the aqueduct. They're professional enough and send detailed reports back. Right now, the only notable visitors are stray cats, but the guards vow to keep an eye on things. Okay, here we go. Our ambition. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. Oh, pardon me. Today at last she returned, and she brought one of the Patricians with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They sent a delegation to speak with you. You'll adopt the cats so they stop... Okay, yes. Your Serene Highness, of course we support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crops? The kingdom could starve. Couldn't we just tell the peasants to eat something else? Cake, maybe? Your Esteemed Highness, without the harvest there is no cake. Just damned cowardice, if you ask me. Your Majesty, but all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Allow me to assure Patrician Joancone that the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests. The kingdom will survive, yes. By the 9th, your esteemed highness, you are right. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters if it means teaching those Ashmedian bastards a lesson. That's the spirit. I trust we have the backings in the Patricians then in starting this war, Yes, your esteemed highness. Let's do this. One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for the launch of a war against Ashmead. The Grandees will welcome the chance to teach those godless Ashmedian heathens a thing or two about the wrath of the ninth god. Very well, your majesty, if you must pursue this hopeless crusade, let it never be said that the count stayed home and hid. The nobles are finally united behind the idea of war on Ashmead, your majesty. Huzzah! Let's go to war. I like the enthusiasm, but it's been a long time since the kingdom mobilised so much of its army. We need to ensure they're up to the task. I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, your majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armour gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. 90%. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has been churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you are greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen, holding swords aloft, knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting, archers and crossbowmen, training furiously, hitting target after target. Beautiful, ain't it? Good work, my marshal. Let's bring Ashmead to its knees. Blood! Blood for the ninth god! Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom! For the king! The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmedian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give inspirational speeches before the battle starts, wave a sword around and then duck back into your tent. A little corny there? Yeah. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted to the rush of joyous sound. Clapping, cheering, peasants are throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the king, the conquering hero! Wave to my adoring fans. The cheering somehow gets louder. They really think you're a hero, even though you spent most of your time in a tent looking at maps. When you return to the palace, your wife is waiting for you, your heir Vladim II in her arms. My darling, you're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquests. We had so much to talk about. Little Vladim II has been growing up so fast in your absence. Sorry, my dear, the council has requested a meeting. Oh, of course. Well, hurry back, my love. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, your obscene August Majesty. Let's be the first to congratulate you on your victory. But now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention. No. Excuse me? Did you forget there's a war on? What about democracy? The Constitution? Did the king misspeak? We may have won a victory, But Ashmead will strike back and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes. We need to prepare. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the king right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmeadian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. Nothing like a common enemy, huh? Indeed, your esteemed highness. If there's one thing we hate more than each other, it's the Ashmeadian Empire. After that, the nobles never defy you again, but it's not like your life gets any easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmeadian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilise immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace and say goodbye to your wife. Here we go again. Down the only road I've ever known. Alright, before I read the book, let's set it up. I don't think I'll do another game today. I'm kind of flagging, but GG everyone. Thank you for playing. I'll hold a vote on what to inherit to Vladim II. And then we'll have a vote. I'll play something quite light, I think. So, little Vladim II, will they inherit brutal as a trait? Or will they inherit earnest as a trait? You have a couple of minutes to vote. The poll is active in chat now, or should be. There we go. And let me put the sign away as I read the book. The counts celebrated their victory, and Vladim was venerated as a true hero of the East. But some whispered that the counts were losing control of their puppet as the king consolidated his power around his heir, Princess Vladim II. In a sun-dappled vineyard, Ernesto and Grandees Swazi opened a bottle of their finest vintage. Their schemes had amounted to nothing, but there's always next time. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the Patricians' scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they'd take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of the common folk. King Vladim's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. He'd conquered land from Tavolin and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, he was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, he was tired. So tired. We got King Vladim the Explorer. That's pretty cool. That's a cool name right there. Let's have a look. So, married Avina of the East, succeeded by Queen Vladim II. Mutated zombie bush has nearly 14,000 gold. But everyone's got enough money that 1,050 is the poorest. So we're all pretty rich. Brutal has won out. So, oh my god, say hello to Queen Vladim II. Brutal. A facial scar. Seems to be that was predestined. Two of the claimants had a facial scar, and now the heir, the successor, has a facial scar. Fantastic. Is the, oh my god, hotness? Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, she's going to be brutal. We'll be doing that next week at this time. 12:30 London time. Game starts 1 o'clock. Got to love it. Those eyes, the yellow eyes, the peach coloured hair. Oh, it's going to be fun. And look at the kingdom. Everything's pretty good. Now, thank you everyone for being here for King of the Castle. But that's the end of King of Castle today. I'll hold a vote. What can I play? Let's set up a new poll. Well, there's Monster Hunter Wilds. There is, let's see, what else have I got that's good right now? Shadow Veil L5R. We can play that, that's a nice little thing. And finally, what else? What else? Oh, Sworn. I haven't played Sworn in a while. Give you 2 minutes to vote on what you want to see. Back to Civ 7. No worries, Whopper. Hey, goodbye to Teeny Bert and goodbye to Shadow Moon. Goodbye to Pinky. Everyone say goodbye in chat. That will hurt. What will hurt Thrifty's sore head the least? Oh no, it won't be Against the Storm. Against the Storm will really hurt my head. But Against the Storm will be Wednesday. That's going to be the regular thing. Let's open up the break screen. There